I loved Vampire Survivors. The vampires, the surviving, the combination of those two words. That's about it. So here's a bunch of other similar games that I loved that won't break the bank.
And cat.
In no particular order, we're going to start with Halls of Torment. This game just went into full release literally the day after I recorded this stuff, so there's even more to the game now than there was when I recorded this footage. Halls of Torment combines an old-school Diablo 1 kind of aesthetic with gameplay that varies enough between characters to keep it interesting. The difficulty can be a little unforgiving, which makes the roguelite progression a bit more fun and a bit more rewarding. I particularly like the introduction of a couple characters that you don't see very often in fantasy games like this, the Rifleman and Flamethrower guy. That's not magic, he's burning them with science. There are 6 levels, interesting difficulty settings, 11 characters, equipment, potions, skills, and meta perks. It's also less than $5 on Steam, guys. That is literally cheaper than Diablo 1, which is a nearly 30-year-old game. But I guess those sexual assault and gender discrimination lawsuits aren't gonna pay for themselves. Brotato. You're a potato. You stick things you find into your face and you grow extra limbs so that you can stab, smack, slash, shoot, burn, or explode the bad guys. There are 44 characters. 44. There are a handful of different levels, and there are 5 difficulties to beat the game on with each character. Meta progression unlocks characters instead of skills. And while a lot of the characters can feel a little samey, there are several of them that offer completely unique playstyles for the game that are super interesting and fun. Also, again, you stick things you find into your face. I just want to say that one more time because I think it's hilarious and great. It's also $5 on Steam. That is cheaper than an actual Mr. Potato Head. I don't have a snarky joke for this one. It's just true. Next up is Nightshift Survival. This one is cute, guys, because you're a kid in a rain jacket using an umbrella and a slingshot to bash robots until you get eaten by this terrifying fucking monster. What the hell is that?
What the hell is even that?
The team is still working on this one, and so far there are only 2 levels to complete. Meta progression is also very limited, and you unlock new character skins as you go. That being said, they're still actively working on it as they just released new content this month, September in the year of our Holy Cthulhu 2024. Now this one's less than $3, you guys. Like $3. I used to spend like 10 times that at an actual arcade. 20 minutes till dawn. This one's probably a little bit better known, but that's because it's great. It's seen a lot of success. It's also made by, I think, one person named Floofy or like Flippy. Flan. This one is made by a dessert. Delicious. Maybe that's why it's so good. The pixely art here looks really great, and there are 3 levels with an endless option, 11 weapons, 13 characters, meta progression in talents, and the gameplay does change a lot depending on your choice of character, weapon, and talent build. Also, it's a twin-stick shooter. That's a plus for some people who like sticks. There are 15 difficulties to push through, and you can lump as many of those on as you want to test yourself without having to do each one individually with each character and each weapon. And guess how much it costs? $5, which is, you guessed it, cheaper than Flan. This one is called Boneraiser Minions, and I just got it, but I already think it's great. There's a really self-aware, dumb humor to it. It is full of silly puns and awful jokes in the so bad it's kind of funny style. You can also dress up like Santa, which when you're raising necromantic minions, I think that's hilarious. The twist on this game is that instead of weapons and skills, you're summoning these little dudes and they do the fighting for you. Zombies and skeletons and demons and plants. Also, zombies with treasure chests for heads. This game's kind of hard so far, but I'm gonna get it. I'll get it. I'm gonna learn it. There are 17 different character classes, as well as meta progression for each of them individually and as a whole. And in addition to your summoned minions, there are also a variety of spells and modifying items called relics that you can find across 16 different levels. That's big. The 8-bit pixel art is nostalgic for me, but I'm kind of old. It's probably cool for other people because, I don't know, it's like ironic or some shit. But hey, guess what? This game is $5, and that is so much cheaper than this. And I really hope that I'm not going to end up on some kind of list for Googling that. All right, I'm going to go see about buying that skeleton. Thanks for sticking around. I love you. Bye.